These farm workers had nothing to lose, so they dropped their hoes right in that row and went to join the Jesus movement. So we've just spun a recontextualizing of the prologue of Mark's Gospel, set here. And it's an exercise we want to invite you to work with in a moment. It provides you a little bit more of an introduction to the place that you are in, although some of the historical references, I'm sure, are obscure, but they are historical references, right? Quetzalcoatl really was a Chumash person here, and those really were circumstances in our history, and these are all issues we face. So we're delighted to welcome all of you coming here from the four directions into this watershed. Now we want to invite you to do the very same exercise, thinking in terms of your watershed. Now this can be the watershed you live in right now, or maybe the watershed you came from, or one that you feel most familiar with. And Elaine's going to give you some pointers on how we're going to do this.
I am. So here's our thought. We want to ask you 7 questions. And what we want to do, we tried to create different kind of bioregional groups, but they didn't completely hang together. So what we want you to do is, first of all, after you help yourself to brownies, don't get up yet though. The brownies will be out in a moment. We want you to work individually, like just by yourself, for just a few minutes. So you don't have to belabor the ideas here. What is the first thing that pops into your mind about the bioregion or the watershed that you are thinking of? And so we want to ask you 7 questions. Question number 1. In what natural watercourse might Jesus have been baptized in your watershed? And I can see some of you writing already. So yes, write already. That's wonderful. Question 2. Where is the wilderness where John the Baptist and Jesus might have been dwelling? Question 3. Who would be a prophetic person from your region analogous to John the Baptist? And 4. What kind of native bird might have descended on Jesus at his baptism? 5. What wild fauna might have accompanied Jesus during his wilderness vision quest? Number 6. Who would be the marginalized workers with whom Jesus might begin to build his movement? And the last question, is there a critical historical era or moment from your region into which you could imagine the gospel story? So I invite you to take a few minutes. So we'll take 5-7 minutes. I'll gong the bell. Make sure you help yourself to a brownie and a cup of coffee during this time. And again, I will remind you to get your water from the watershed, because we want to use that for the last part of this evening. So take just a few moments to imagine different answers to this question.
Yeah, is this clear what we're asking you to do? This is not meant to be complicated, it's meant to be imaginative. We'll keep these questions up on the screen so you don't have to write them all down. Just kind of choose something. Try to inhabit the story into your home place.